So last class we have discussed about the Python language fundamentals, introduction to Python, and then Python identifier and indentation and comment we have discussed. Today we'll see variables. Today we'll see variables. So hope you guys are able to install Databricks community edition. So let me know if you are facing anyone is facing any problem. Okay, so now if you see Python variables are when you create a variable, you reserve some space in the memory. The moment you assign a value to a variable, that type of variable it will allocate the memory in backend of Python. When we create a variable, you reserve some space in memory. Python has no command for declaring a variable. So there is no command like int, char, or anything. So the moment you assign a value to a variable, that time only it will be considered as, okay, this type of variable we have. So if we are assigning like this numbers, then it will be considered that it is an integer type. If you are assigning with the decimal, then it will be type of floating point. If we assign characters or string, then it will be considered as string data we have assigned. So you don't have to declare like int counter in Java. What else we have the char is there. So those things are the data types you have to assign in the Java. But Python, the moment you assign the value, it will treat as a integer, and then backend some memory space will be assigned. So a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. The variable will be created the moment you assign some value to it. It will be called as variable. Yes. Based on the data type of a variable, Python interpreter allocate memory and decide that can be stored in the reserved memory. So the moment you assign a value to a variable, in the backend, in the data memory, some memory allocations will happen in the Python interpreter, and like it depends on the type of data also. So if it's integer, then some bytes will be assigned or some allocated things will be there. So we are not going in that much details. So we just understand that like this, it will be assigned. So a Python variable is created automatically when you assign a value to it. So the equal sign is equals to is used to assign value to a variable. So like this, you can create the variable. Like this, you can create the variable. Printing a Python variable. Printing Python variable. How can you print the Python variable? Very simple. You assign some value to a variable like this, and then you just make it as a print A, print B, print name. These are all basic classes, so you will understand here with the proper syntax. So when I write like this, so the variable is created, and then if you want to print the variable, like just simple print A, print B, like that you will do, it will be uh, printed. The value will be printed for the A value, B value, whatever it is. Haven't okay, so I don't have the compute. So if you want to, if you want to run any Databricks query, then there should be compute to be created. Okay, in like backend, the compute engine will be created. Then only cluster will be created and it will be assigned to the Databricks current page. So let it be run. Then we'll assign in sometime. So like this, you can create the variable. Delete it. Delete a variable. How will you delete the variable? Very simple. Delete variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. If you will delete, delete a variable. So just a second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, guys. So, if you want to delete a variable, you have assigned some variable, you have created some variable, and you want to delete those variable. So it's very simple. Like this, you can delete the variable. Consider that I have created a variable here, counter is equals to 100, and then we have printed it, a counter value. So it will print. Again, if you run delete counter, del counter, then this variable will be deleted. And then if you print it again, it will throw error. Okay, it will throw error. So same thing, we can execute and we'll see that. So I have assigned the variable and then I have printed the variable. Now I'm deleting the variable. So and then again I'm printing the variable. Now see, counter is not defined. Counter is not defined. If I'll make it, if I'll remove this two, then you will be able to see this value is executed. 100 is executed. But when I deleted this one, when I deleted this one, deleted this variable, and then again I'm printing, it's saying that variable is not defined. Okay. So these are the things you can remember. Multiple assignment, A, B, C, 100. You can assign multiple variable with a single value. So what happens, single value will be assigned with a each variable. Each variable, it will be assigned to the single value, single variable. And each time it will print 100. So I'm just making it free. It's very direct. You can do practice. I have already uploaded, and maybe today I'll upload into the YouTube. Yesterday recording I have already uploaded into the YouTube, a new channel. You can refer in that. Today class also I'll upload till YouTube. Till second, till first I'll provide you all this recording. After that second, we will have final batch. Okay, so A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So accordingly, the value will be assigned. A will be assigned with a 1, B will be assigned with a 2, and then C will be assigned with this. So when you will print this, it will printed A, B, C value. A, B, C value. You can print multiple times same value also. So like this, if you have assigned individually, like respectively, the value will be assigned to each and every variable. And if you want to print the same value twice, you can print twice also. It will be printed twice. Python variable name. How will you take the Python variable name? There are some certain rules. Same as identifier, what we have seen. Same as that. A variable name must start with the letter or underscore character. A variable name cannot start with the number or any special character. So you cannot start with a number. Okay. Any variable name you cannot start with a number like 9Z or something like that. If I see here, if I want to assign a variable like I want to assign variable like, number 2a, something like this. Let's see that whether it's taking or not. So it's saying that invalid syntax in line 1. So you cannot assign a number with a number as a variable. Starting a number you cannot mention. So can we mention after the variable? So we can mention. We can mention after variable, we can mention this one. But before variable, before characters, you cannot mention numbers. And special characters are not allowed. Special characters are not allowed. So if I, after the characters also, if I'll make it as a any special character, so it's allowing now, but only special characters are not allowed. After characters, is taking. So at is not taking, but the percentile is taking. And also it's taken, but at is not taken. At, I guess some different meaning will be there at. So now a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. Like you can mention alphanumeric characters A to B3 like that, and then you can use the underscore also if you want to assign multiple string as a variable. Like I want to assign here as a ABC underscores XYZ. Like this, I want to assign a variable. So we can write it like XYZ. Sorry, I was wrong. Let me see. Okay. So like this, you can assign equals to, like this, you can assign the variable with the underscore. Earlier method I told at the rate, correct? A at the rate. So why it was not taking? Because we have not defined in a print. So let me see if it's taking or not. No, still it's not taking. At the rate, it's not taking. Like you cannot assign with the integer is saying. Line 5. So it's not taking at. Okay, anything. You just try with multiple options and then work accordingly. Until unless you will not practice with different approach, it will be difficult. Python variable name are case sensitive, which means the name and lowercase name and uppercase name are two different variables in a Python. So when you write here a as a lowercase, and then if you declare here a as a uppercase, it's like meaning is different. Meaning is different. It's a case sensitive. It's a case sensitive. You have to declare a only here also. You have to declare a also same thing. Any value you are writing like j here, and when you're writing a j like this, then this is two different values in the Python. Different memory locations will be there for both the things. So it will be assumed. Python reserved keyword cannot be used naming the variable. Like yesterday we have seen 36 or 37 special characters. So those things we cannot take it. Like I'm taking and as a special character. And was the special character. When I run here and it will not take. You cannot assign and. So, and you cannot assign. Other variable like as will take special characters, keyword, a special keyword. So this also it will not take. So these are the example you can do practice. These are the invalid name. Dash it will not work. Always underscore it will work. Interchange the value. If you want to interchange the value, what is the program you can write? Like I'm writing x is equals to 1, y is equals to 2. And then I'm printing x comma y. Now, if you want to interchange, just interchange the variables here. Just interchange the variable. You will be able to interchange the value. So in interview, they may ask you, how will you be able to interchange the value in Python? Very simple. You just have to, here and there, you have to change the variable. So when you write here 1, 2, it's got interchanged to 2, 1. So x value will be assigned to y, and this y value will be assigned to x. These things you can write it separately also. Like if you will write it separately, it will be y is equals to x. If I make it y is equals to x, I can make it. Then it will be considered as x value got assigned to y. And again, if I write it here, x is equals to y, it will be same thing only. It will be back to same only. Now see, same only. It's does not mean now y value is changed to 1, x value is 1 now, and y value become 1. Then here y value is 1 and it is assigned to x only. So it's like it will not work together when you write it separately. What you have to do, you have to write it together only. You remember this point, write it together. Python local variable. So what is the meaning of local variable? So if you Python local variable are defined inside the function. Local variable means what? It will be defined inside the function. So we'll see that how to create the function, how to create the functions. So I'm creating the functions here x comma y, and then I'm writing a sum is equals to x plus y. Sum is equals to x plus y, and this is the local variable. This will be called as local variable, and I'm declaring x comma y value in the print statement. Print statement, and altogether it will act like a function. So you can call again and again this function. So consider that I want to print again with the some different value, then I can pass it like a sum of 100, sum of 100 comma 200. Now it's at 300. So you have written the code here, you have written the definition here, and you can assign multiple values here, assign multiple values, it will give you multiple values. So what happened in a Python coding, developer side coding, so they write a small code or big code like this, they define the formula, and then when you will pass the variable, it will give you the output. Like internal, it will work like that. Python global variable. So global variable means what? You will be defining outside the uh, definition. Outside the definitions, you will be defining. This part we'll learn more in future. But as of now, you can understand that this a variable you can assign outside the function. So anything inside the function that will be called as local variable. Outside the function, if you define any variable, that will be called as global variable. Means what? You can use this global variable anywhere in the code. Anywhere in the code you can use this variable. Like you are running this one. Then again here also you can print it. Outside the function also it will be printed, and inside the function also it will be printed. That is the meaning of global variable. So same thing. So here global variable, these are the global variable, and this you can use it outside the function and inside the function also. Other places also, x value is defined for all the steps, whatever the programs will have, it will be considered x and y value is this one. If you add some more functions also or any other values also, it will be treated as same one. Create a variable outside of function and use it inside the function. So if you want to create a global variable and you want to use it inside the function, so simple. We have just seen that how can we use the global variable inside the function. Same way here also it will be used. Like this is the global variable, and now I'm creating my function, and then I'm printing this function as a Python is awesome. And then this value, x value is defined here, and you pass x value, it means like it will go and it will call x value from here. It will take the x value from here. So Python is awesome. No, in this only we learn in detail. So here, if you created a variable with the same name inside the functions, if you've created with the same variable name, like here x is equals to awesome, and I'm declaring again x is equals to function, fantastic. Means what? This is a global variable, sorry, this is a local variable. This is a local variable, will be valid for functions only. Outside it will be not, it cannot be used. This local variable you cannot use outside. You cannot use outside. Means what? You cannot use outside this local variable. Means it will be printed for this one, and a global variable whatever you have defined it outside the functions it will be executed here. So I'm just teaching you Python on the basic level so that you don't lose. And all these things are same. Python is like this only, guys. It's not so difficult. Python is like this only. It's so easy. So learn little bit basic and then go for the complex. Complex part will take once we'll complete ADE. Then I'll take the complex part also for Python. So there you can improve a lot in the Python. Okay. Now, so this is the local variable, and this is the global variable, and this is the local variable use. So this local variable also we can make a global variable. This local variable we can make the global variable, guys. So how can we make the global variable? How can we how this local variable can be used outside the function? So normally when you create a variable inside a function, normally when you create a variable inside a function, that variable is local and can only be used inside that function. That variable is local and can only be used inside the function. When you create a function inside the when you create a variable inside the function, this is called as local variable. This is called a local variable, and it will be used with the functions only. But if you want to make it a global, then you have to declare it as a global variable. Global variable. To create a global variable inside the function, you can use a global keyword. Global keyword. So like this, this will be treated as a global variable. So these are the things will be very, very useful when you will learn AD or when you will be selected. Why I'm taking AD now? Because AD is having so many requirement. Azure data engineering is having so many requirement. Little bit complex, little bit lengthy, but lots of openings are there. So now ETL testing is openings are there, but their expectation also little bit high. But as you know that now new projects are not coming in a company. Now new projects are very rarely coming in a company. Like few clients only. Market is not good, so company is not giving full support to the new project. So that's why your testing profile is a little bit low. But the development one, it will be keep going on. Like lots of openings are there for this one because data migrations and all is happening. So for that only, you will have a Azure data engineer. If 10 developers will be there in a company, consider that you have a project in IBM. IBM is having one client, America, Bank of America. Consider Bank of Australia is one project is there in the IBM company. If Azure data engineering, if 10 developers will be there, 10 developers will be there, 10 ETL developers will be there as a Azure data engineering, then testers will be two or three only. So that's why you have lots of opening in the AD. So put effort, learn it. It will be, I know, it will be a little bit time consuming. What we were able to complete in 1.5 months, now we are going to complete in 2.5 or 3 months. So you learn it and then get into this Azure data engineering. And if you feel that it's so complex in the future when you will be start working in a company, see there are lots of possibilities. If you feel that that will be difficult, then you can hire a data engineer from outside. Like they may take 10-15 thousand per month or 20,000 per month, and then they will help you 1 or 2 months to understand those things, and they will do your job also, and then it will be your things will be done. But yeah, that's why I saw that ETL testing little bit low openings compared to development one. So I thought like let's say start the development so that people will get benefited. Okay. So yeah. So keep in mind and learn it fast. Okay. Now this is the way you can declare a local variable to global variable, and outside the function also you will be able to use this one. You will be able to use this one. See, Python is fantastic. So this is the outside the functions, and you are using the a local variable as a global variable. So these are all these things are there. And one more thing, if you have declared x is equals to awesome as a global variable, and then again you are making this x also global variable, then this value will be printed. The inside second times when the global variable are there, those value will be printed. Let's check, cross check. See, now value of x is changed to fantastic. Earlier global variable was that as you have declared this global variable inside the function, so now the value is changed as a fantastic. Okay, so this is what variable we have. Next one we'll see data types in Python. There are wide range of data types. As in SQL, we have seen that only three major data types we are having. Other data types are also there in the SQL, but majorly we are subsumed with the three data type. So those, but in a Python we have a many more data types like numeric type, text type, string type, sequence type, set type, mapping type, boolean type, none type. All these things are there in a Python. Okay. So numeric type means what? Int float complex will come in numeric data type. String str will come. In sequence type, you have list tuple and range will come in a sequence. Set type, set and frozen set will come. Mapping a type, a dictionary will data type will come. Boolean type, bool will come. So, and none type, none is there. So, none means nothing. Okay. I have also applied in my Naukri profile. Let me check how many ETL testing. If I'm getting two requirement, 20 mail I am getting for the Azure data engineer. Consider that if I have a Azure data engineering, Azure data engineering, you are open with the data factory also. You are open with the data bricks also. Like see Azure data bricks, Azure data factory. All these things are open. Select experience. Let's make it as a 5 years. And locations, let it be all over pan India. See, so many are there openings. And all are big company, guys. All are big companies. You have openings by the things. Azure data engineering, 499 data science and all. Nowadays, LinkedIn also many people are using. So lots of openings are there in this. So yeah, let me complete this data type. So Python numeric data type, what it means, I'll make it little bit fast because it's very, what are the meaning of data type. Whatever data it will be assigned to the variable, that is the meaning of data type. Okay. So Python numeric data type. Python numeric data type stores a numeric value. Numeric value means what? Wherever the numbers will come, it will store like this. So numbers 1, 10, and floating point, and then you will have complex also. You have complex value. Complex value means what? 5 plus ig. 5 plus ig. This is the complex number. If you don't know complex number, then Google it out. Complex number is nothing but imaginary and real. This will be called as real number. This will be called as imaginary number. Where j will be there, that will be called as imaginary number. And j into j square will be treated as -1. So those things you have already studied in your class. Okay. So your school time or school time, I guess, 11th, 12th or 9th, 10th, you may study this complex and real-time numbers. So you can remember. So this is the integer data type. This is the floating point data type, float data type. This is the complex data type. And if you want to find what are the different types of data types, how can you find what type of data types it has? You can easily, you will be able to find it. Where I was learning here, no? Now, like this, it will be executed 1, 2.8 and all these things. And when you'll add here types, print type of X. So type of X, what it will give? What is the data types you have here? What is the data types you have here? Type means it will give you what data type you have. Type will give you what type of data type this X is holding. All these things like that. So when you run this, you are getting integer data type, float data type, and then complex data type. Integer, positive number, as long as you can add, then negative number, and then these are how you can print it. Negative number also it will be considered as a integer number only. Float means where the decimal point will come, that will be considered as a floating number. It will be have the positive number floating positive float number as well as negative float number also. It will be considered as a float number. These are all also considered as integer one. Data type is numeric data type. Numeric data type. So float can also be scientific number, which with E as a scientific number to indicate the power of 10. So 35 to the power of 3. Let me check this value. 35 to the power of 10 to the power 3. 35 to the power means uh, 10 to the power 3 and value is 35,000. Like this. To the power of 3. How can you write it power? That's the upper cap. Where the upper cap? Let me find it. Upper cap. Like this. Okay, so these are all scientific number also considered as a numeric data type. This is the complex data type. J into J, if you write J into J, it will be considered as minus 1. Minus 1. What it means, I'll tell you. So consider that you have this J value and you multiply same thing, this value with this value. So what will happen? Consider that you are multiply 5J into 5J. 5J as an imaginary part. Okay. So what will happen? What will happen here? It will be 5 into J square. Sorry, 25 into J square. 25 into J square. J square will be assumed as minus 1. Minus 1. And it will give you value as minus 25 value. So if you want to check in a Google, Chat GPT, you can check it. Chat GPT, you can use it thoroughly, guys. Very nice. So 5J into 5J, sorry, 5J equals to what? The same thing one. What I taught you, same thing one. J and J square, and 5J into 5J, 25J square. So this J square will be treated as minus 1. What I remember from my school time. Whatever I wrote it, you were able to see on the screen, guys? That color one? Okay, let me check. Let me unmute you guys all. So if I'm writing here something like this, are you able to see this drawing?
Yes, Ji.
Yes.
Uh, Type conversion. How can you convert from one data type to another data type? If you want to convert number to float or float to number, or you want to convert it to the other data type, how can you do that? It's very simple. X is equals to 1, Y is equals to 2.8. Then I want to convert X. I want to convert this integer as float. So you just have to mention the float before the variable. And then this variable will be converted to the float, and then this value will be assigned to A. So same thing. So let me run and then I'll explain you there. Complex program, I'll be preparing those things, and once we'll complete the AD, I'll give you the complex programs, and we'll discuss the complex program also. It will be learning for me also. So x is equals to 1 consider. So x is equals to 1 means it is an integer value, and now I'm converting it to the float values. What will happen? This integer value will be converted to the float, and then this value will be assigned to A. Now if I'll run this, A will be 1.0, 1.0 float value, and then 2.0, 2.8 as a float value, I'm converting into the integer value. Means what? It will remove the float and then it will give you only 2. So complex number, what happened in complex number? 1j you have written, correct? 1j is the imaginary part. Why the real part? So it will be real part. It will be assigned as 1. Okay. So what I'm doing here, like this value, not this value, I'm converting into the complex part. Complex part means what? It will be real part, and then extra complex will be added here. Plus O0j will be added here as a notation of complex number. Random number. If you want to print a random number, Python does not have a random number function, random functions to make a random number, but Python has a built-in model called random that can be used to make a random number. So before this, if you want to use random, then you have to import the random. And then 1 to 10, if you want to find a random number, then I consider that I'm taking two values, 1 and 10, and I want to generate any random value. So whenever you run this one, you never know that which value will be printed. So it will print a random number, random arrange range. Okay, so this is the range I'm giving here for the random number, and this is the functions we are using here. This is the library I'm importing, so it's a printing as a 1. Next time, 7, 2, 1, 8. So it's giving you random number. Number is not fixed. We cannot predict which number it will give. Python string data type. Python string data type, what it will do? It will give you string if you write any of the string value, it will be considered as a string data type. Like a Python string are identified as a continuous set of characters will be considered as a Python string value. Continuous set of characters will be identified as a Python string values. Python allows for the either pair of single or double quote. So you can assign a string in a single quote or double quote. Single quote or double quote. All are example of you can write in this we have something else also. Subset of string can be taken using the slice operator. So if you want to consider that this is the string we want to print as a string value. So hello world. So your in Python what happened? The first character it will be at 0 position, then 1 position, then 2 position, 3, 4, and then a space also at the 5th or 6th position. So like that, your numbering will start from 0. You have to remember in a Python, your numbering of the value will start with the 0. SQL where it was starting from 1, it was starting. But in a Python, it's starting from 0. So if you want to print uh, h here, then you have to declare as a print string 0. So this is what the slice operator without any colon or without any colon. If you want to find one value, then without colon you have to use. If you want to find the range of value, then you have to use with the 2 colon 5. So now if you see here, subset of string can be taken using slice operator with indexes starting at 0 in the beginning of the string and working their way from -1 at the end. -1 at the end. Now, if you see here, when I run this one, when I run this one, so it will print hello world. This will print hatch. This will print 2, 0, 1, 2, 2 to 5. 5 is excluded here. 2, 3, and 4. Up to LLO, it will print. Then if you want to print from any of the value till the end, like 0, 1, 2, I want to print till the end, then you just mention a 2 and colon or any other value colon, it will be printed. If you want to print a 2 times of same string, then multiply with a 2, it will be printed 2 times, 3 times 3, multiply by 3. If you want to add any string, you can add any string. You can add any string. Like this, it will be there. In the Python, joins concept are not there. If you want to join anything, then use plus one. All are very easy only. You do it. List data type. We learn more on the list. List will be declared in a square bracket. List will be declared in a square bracket. Any value which is under the square bracket will be considered as a list value. And you can assign any type of value like a string value, number value, float values like that. You can assign any type of value inside the list. It will be considered as list of values. List of values. And same thing, this will be considered as zeroth position, first position, second position, third position, fourth position. So like that, it will be position will be different. Position will be different. Okay. So now this is the smallest list. This is the two items are there in this list. So if you want to print a list, simple a print function only it will work. Zero position, what are the values are there in this list? If you want to print 0, 1, 2, 3 means what? 0, 1, and then 3 will be excluded. Up to 2 only it will print. So this 2 value it will print for this value, and then for this 2 column means all the values. We'll see list more in detail. As of now, you understand that this is the one of the data types. Okay. I could remove this one, but I just kept it. Let's have the we supposed to familiar with all these terms so that it will be easy for us to remember. So tuples will be declared in a small bracket. Tuple will be declared in a small bracket. Python tuples is another sequence data type which is similar to list. A Python tuple consists of number of values separated by comma. The main differences between list and tuples are list are enclosed in a square bracket. List will be enclosed in a square bracket. List will be enclosed in a square bracket. Tuple will be enclosed in small bracket. A small bracket. Tuple will be enclosed in a small bracket, guys. So same thing, whatever we have seen, it will start from 0. This is the way you can declare a tuple. It will have also list of values. It will have the list of values, which like if you declare inside the small bracket, it will be considered as a tuple. Okay, and you can join this tuple. You can join this tuple together. You can multiply with the tuple together, and then you can use the slice operator, same as above. So we'll see that those things later also. Dictionary is nothing but dictionary will be there in a curly braces. Curly braces. Dictionary will be there in a curly braces. What it means by dictionary? You will have key and value pair will be there. You will have key and value pair. Means name is what? John. What is the code of this John? Code is 6734. Which department he is working? He is working in a sales department. Like that you can understand dictionary kind of in this one. So whatever the value in this key and value pair it will be there. If you will have key and value pair means you understand that those are dictionary and it will be always in a flower bracket. So same thing here also you have you can take as a slice operator. Let me run and then see. I may wrong or I may correct, but we'll see with the output. So now dictionary in the this will be considered as single dictionary. Single dictionary, single like this is notation of the dictionary. This is the one dictionary like with one value dictionary is there. This is the dictionary two. This is another values. Okay. Now my dictionary I am creating here. So you forgot about this. It may be confusing for you, but you consider that I'm creating this dictionary and dictionary one means this value it will print. Okay. All the places it is printing that only. So let's move on this one. Remove this one. Don't be confused. This is the way you can create the dictionary. Okay. And then if you want to print the dictionary, then this is the way you can print the dictionary. First value dictionary. If you want to find the keys of the dictionary, then these are the keys of the dictionary. And if you want to find the values of the dictionary, these are the values of the dictionary. So like this, you understand. Okay. So we'll see one by one. In next chapter, we will have. I'll not make it this confusing. Boolean data type means what? It will return yes or no, or true or false. It will return always true or false. If it satisfies the condition, then it will give you true. If it does not satisfy the condition, then it will give you false. If it satisfies the condition, then it will give you true. If it does not satisfy the condition, then it will give you false. So what is this Boolean? Boolean value. In the programming, you often need to know if any expression is true or false. You can evaluate any expression in Python and get one of two answers, true or false. Okay, you can evaluate expression in a Python and get one or two answers, true or false. So when you write print 10 is greater than 9, it will pass what? True. 10 is equals to 9, false. 10 is less than 9, false. So if you run also, you will get the same output, I believe. Okay, so true, false, false. Then when you write if condition, this is very important for the Boolean data type. What it means when you write if a condition means if it satisfy the condition, then it will return true. True means if it's a true, then it will return this one. If it's a false, then it will return this one. Consider that B is greater than A. B is greater than A means what? We know 33 is not greater than 200. So it will return which one? It will return this one. So false part will be there in a else part. This if it's a true, then it will return this one. If it's a false, then it will return this one. Remember this point. So if condition when you declare, always it return the true part. If it's a false, then it will go to the else part. So it will return the else part. B is not greater than A. So if I make it opposite, consider that I'm making it as A is greater than B. What it means? So it will print true part. Now this condition is true. So it will print B is greater than again A is greater than B. Okay, A is greater than B. Okay. Evaluate values and variable. So if you want to evaluate values, like it will give you always true. Any value you pass, it will give you always true. Or any values it will pass, you will pass, it will give you true. Most of the values are true, except any number is true, except 0. If you mention a 0, then it will not give you, it will give you false. 0 means false. 0 is not true, guys. 0 is false. Consider this number I'm passing, it will give you true. When I'm passing 0, it will give you false. false. All these values also you can see what it returns. Bool false, always false. Okay, all are false only. All are false. False only. All are false. Functions can return a boolean. When you pass a function also, it can return boolean. When you say that return true, then when you call a functions here, it will return true one. It will return true. If you will tell return false, it will return false. Consider that I have defined it here and I'm saying that return true. So it will return true. If I'll say that return false, then it will return false. False means F, uppercase. Return false. So I have defined here with the functions when return true, what it will print? Yes. It will print yes because when this function is returning true, here my functions what it will return? True. And I'm writing if a true, then a print yes. If a false, then print no. Very interesting this one. And you see my function return true. So what it will do? This will return true here. If a true, then print this one. If a false, then print this one. See, it will print yes. If I make it here false, then it will print second value as no. No. Got it? All or you can do practice. So all these things are there. Just do practice. Okay. All these things. So we have today we have completed with two chapter only. So it was little bit big. So we have completed a variable and data types. To next class we'll make it operators. It's very simple. We'll make it little bit faster and then casting and then string. We'll try to complete three on the Monday. Next class will be on Monday, guys. Okay, not tomorrow. Monday we will have the class. So sorry, I did not give everyone access. What I'll do, I'll upload the yesterday class recording. I have already uploaded to the YouTube channel, my new YouTube channel. So there you will get it. Okay, and please refer that one and do subscribe also. And today class also I'll upload in YouTube only till first. I guess when is the first till second I'll upload into YouTube. Third onwards it will be in a Google Drive. Only like paid student or yeah, fine. We'll see that one. Okay. So everyone who did not pay, please pay. Okay. Bye everyone. Take care. These are all very simple. Just go through all this. Bye everyone.